Hello, Froggy here, and I am in the raid. Thanks to Glitch Tutorial, who figured out the initial out-of-map to get into the start of the raid, and Underplayed Creations, who figured out how to get past the first encounter entirely. So this is after what I presume is first encounter, and I'm going to show you how to get almost everywhere else. So we're just gonna climb up on the right side here, jump over to this side here, and then we're going to jump into this little groove, and just run over here and slide. But I messed it up here, so I'm gonna have to go back and give that another try. You don't actually need sword, it just makes me feel better. So this next part, you don't need any sword as well, but you know, always makes it a little bit easier. It's easiest with a lightweight frame. We just drop down onto this convenient platform and run along, and at this point we need to jump out across this. You're basically sword flying without the sword here. Though, you know, I swung a few times because it's just easier. And just land on this ground here. You can then cut to the left here and jump onto more ground. And from here it's kind of freeform, you can do whatever. Personally, I like just jumping straight across. Where I'm going to jump is the door that would get you stuck here if you did not use the out-of-map. And you can actually jump across that, I just messed it up, so I'm using my safety super to save myself. So to go to the next zone, we need to kind of hug this elevator here. Well, this downward slope. And that will land us into clarity control. Exciting stuff. If you die and respawn here, you can check out what is inside Clarity Control, which I would highly recommend doing. If you want to go to the next area, past Clarity Control, you would climb up this pipe. Last chance to avoid mega spoilers. So, inside of Clarity Control, I'll show you one more out-of-map. Yes, that is a darkness statue. So, if you climb back into this back left corner of the room, and then turn around, you can jump out of map. And surprise, we in space. I'm just going to show you the really cool bit here. You can see when you fly around to the right. Yeah, that you see right there, that's a solar panel. I don't know if you can like sword fly to the next part from here, but maybe. But yeah, that just looks glorious. That's around what the jumping puzzle is. I have another video of that. But I believe this takes place right after that statue room. You go into the next area, reveal deep, dark, terrible secrets, and then go on a spacewalk. And look at that. That's just glorious. I am rather hyped for this raid. The visuals, if nothing else, will make it one of my favorites. And I think this is about as far as I was able to get this way. Somewhere around here. But, you know, didn't try too hard, because there's other ways to get there. Going back to that pipe, we gotta kinda climb up it, and get into the next zone. You can use sword to help you. Empty sword will do also. If you jump across right there, you're going to head back into the restricted area. There's actually like a 3-zone cluster right here, which is kind of cool. I often use my super, but there's many ways to climb this. So, just hit that patch of land and you'll be in Rapture. As far as I can tell, this seems to be the area that leads up to before the final boss encounter. I believe that there is another section to this, but I have no idea how to get there, and I do not see us getting there before the raid. So the last stretch here takes you to the last bit that we know of. And it's actually, underneath me is something very marvelous. We'll see on the way back, but building the suspense. There is something at the end of this, which is either like a control room or an escape pod. Not really sure. But, if you look on the right there, well, first I'm trying to look at where I think is the next part. You can see it for a moment there. That is a little alarming. We seem to be re-entering. So, you know, I'm not quite sure how we get to space, but I have a good idea how we're getting back. And there's plenty of things that you can climb up to get back to the previous zones, and I'll show you in a bit how we can do that. Oh yeah, taking a peek in this room. It'll be here soon enough. Actually a bit easier to go up on the other side. The previous zone is the one that you can get to the jumping puzzle in, which I'll show towards the end of this. So to load back into clarity control, I'm going to go back around the top, and there will be a purple patch that we will slide in and hit the load zone. I wasn't quite sure where it was when I was recording this, so I tried this wall right here. And, you know, just in case, let's give it another go. But yeah, the real one is actually past this. That area. You just run and slide. If you slide too far against the wall, you can actually, like, die, so don't do that. So this room right here is where you re-enter from the spacewalk. Henry actually found a nice intangible wall that you can jump out of map from the jumping puzzle area. So keep an eye out for that, because, you know, fun things to do. Most of the time I just end up stumbling around here until I fall out of the map. Or die, you know, one or the other. I really like the muted sounds you get in the space section. It's kind of neat. somewhere around here you'll hit like patches of intangible ceiling. Oh, just fell out. Missiles get back up. There's other ways to get there. There's like plenty. Yeah, if you want to see this complete area, I have another video you can check. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this a lot. And one last thing before I leave you. If you get stuck in clarity control and you want to escape, there is a handy way to do that. You just want to climb up the side. These little patches form a nice staircase that you can always use. And over on the first overhang to the right is the door that we will be entering here from. So you can use that to get back to the restricted area. And this is most likely a one-way trip because Bungie has not seen fit to give us a default spawn point. So you can just move yourself here, and you will respawn right at the beginning of the restricted area. And that is right where we started off. So yeah, you ever get yourself stuck, just come back there, and you will be back. I can't wait to get into this raid properly. Enjoy!